What's up, beautifuls? How are you guys doing? Welcome back to Love It Yoga. How is your chaturanga practice going? In the previous couple of videos, I had spoken about a way to not cheat yourself in chaturanga and a little mini sequence on how you can really work on it for yourself. Coming to your maximum limit in lowering down reverse push-up or chaturanga. And I'm just super curious to see how you worked with it. Did you try it? Did you try it in an online class that you do? Did you try it in a studio class that you do? Did you try it on your own in your own home personal practice? Please let me know. I care. I want to hear what's up. Also, I just wanted to give a little bit of a reminder to everyone that with the intense energies of not only the lunar eclipse, that happened on the 27th, I believe, in the sign of Gemini. Also, Mercury being retrograde up until the 22nd of this month. And the yesterday's lunar eclipse in the new moon in the house of Gemini is asking us to examine these two sides, right? It really reflects back to me the power of the message of Hatha Yoga, the two sides of our brain hemispheres and the two inversely relational aspects of our physical being and how we embody movement, thought, emotion throughout our lives and what that means to us, to you. The Gemini is often symbolized as two faces, right? Like facing each other. And it's, to me, the two aspects of our personality, of our being, of our humanity. And looking at these two sides, our darkness or our shadow sides and our light, how we radiate out into the world, when we need to retract and become a bit more introverted and cocoon ourselves, and when we need to activate our energy and reach out and extend ourselves into our smaller communities and to the world at large. How we speak to and relate to ourselves and also the people in our immediate vicinity and also the larger collective. Gemini is twins, right? They share a womb. So this energy of, I share this space with you. We not only share this planet with one another, but we are also sharing interactions, exchanges, relationships. So all of these things are really coming to the forefront depending on where in your personal birth chart these signs, these planets are placed, which houses. So take a look at that, and if you're interested in things like this, then I'm more than happy to go through your birth chart with you and talk about what energies you're trying to call in. And this directly relates to your yoga and meditation practice. We can use these energies of movement. The pranavayus are the directions of energy that you have the power to shift within your body. So if you are feeling very down and you want to shift out of that, you can do enlivening practices. If you are trying to resolve something on your mind or in your body, you can do twist practices to digest, to help with this Manipura, the solar plexus chakra that helps us to speak our truth and be confident and project into the world that which we see in our dreams and our visualizations. I have taken the past month to just stop doing all of the things that I habitually created for myself in my schedule because I needed time for me. I needed to just be with me, just sit and be and not do. And that didn't mean that I needed to make a grand statement or make it mean something more. It was just a time of reflection for me. And I also was struggling a bit with a lot of choices and decisions that I recognize rationally that I don't need to make, but that I needed to just be in that on my own. And so today I would like to share with you just a way to sit and be with yourself and observe your breath. This is how I meditate and how I teach people how to meditate. So yeah, come to either a chair. You can sit in a chair and do this meditation. And actually, I'm going to sit in a chair this time just to show you that it's not always about sitting in lotus position and crossing your legs and all this nonsense. The purpose of this, even here, I'm not really in the right position. So get a couple of cushions also and sit so that your hips are a little bit higher than your knees. You may have to fold a cushion over a couple of times to prop your hips up. And if you're choosing to sit on the floor, also do that. Prop your hips up so they're a little bit higher than your knees. Place your hands in a place that's most restful. This could be palms facing up if that feels sustainable for you. It can be facing down. The energy of these two gestures or mudras are facing up is receiving, right? You put your hands out to receive. Facing down is gazing inward, is drawing your energy into yourself as the primary focus. So our intention here can be anything. Close your eyes for a moment and breathe. And when I say breathe, there's 4 parts to your breath. There's not just your inhale. Often we hear breathe and we take a deep inhale breath. But there are 3 other parts to our breath. So after you inhale, notice that hovering, that space, that pause at the top of your inhale. And don't try to force it or extend it. Just notice it and allow your breath to leave your body on your exhale. Allow your breath to come to the very bottom of your exhale. And at the bottom, the 4th part of your breath is the hovering, the pause at the bottom of your exhale. When all the breath has left your body, what is that space there? Again, don't try to lengthen it or force it to be longer or shorter than it is. Just let it be and just notice when the breath begins to inhale again. Just observing. Okay, I have breath. I have my inhale. I have this little space at the top of my inhale if I don't force my inhale to go too far, too big, too full. And then my breath leaves my body naturally, fluidly, organically when I'm done with the hold of my inhale. And when I get to the full bottom of my exhale, there's also a space there, right? If I'm not forcing, trying to get every last drop of breath out of my body, if I'm just allowing my breath to come to its natural end, then there's still room there for me to hover, to remain, to be, to exist. And of course, naturally, my body will need to inhale again, so I allow that as well. Once you've come to a place where you are able to observe this natural flow without forcing, so not trying to make any numbers, right? Not trying to breathe for this many seconds or that many. Just observing the natural pace and flow of your breath in your body. Now call to mind the 2 concepts of sukha and satira, steadiness and ease. So however you're sitting, notice if there is something you could shift to make yourself more comfortable, more easeful, but also steady, alert, and focused. So if your spine is not long, if you're slouching at all, just gently draw in your abdomen and allow your vertebrae, you can visualize them, just stacking up on top of one another, one by one, aligning along Sushumna, or the center column of your central nervous system, your spine. This is the center nadi of the 3. Ida and Pingala are the left and right nadis or pathways of energy, and Sushumna is the center. These left and right pathways crisscross, kind of like always reminds me of the double helix of DNA, even though those don't crisscross, but maybe the pharmaceutical snakes that kind of intercross around a center post. And then notice if you're still breathing as naturally as you possibly can, not trying to force the breath to be longer or shorter than it is, and not trying to force the pause in between either, simply observing it. If it doesn't bring you agitation, in other words, an excitement of pran, then you can count your breaths. For some people, this tends to bring a bit of anxiety, and so if that's true for you, then you do not have to count your breaths. Just keep observing the breath in your body. But if it's okay for you, if it doesn't speed up or lower your heart rate or your breath pace, then count the breaths. Count how many seconds your natural flow of your inhale lasts. Observe or count the pause space at the top of your inhale before you exhale. Observe the length of the exhale breath. Count. And then observe and count the length of that space at the bottom of your exhale. All the breath is out. It's almost like in the Matrix when everything's just suspended in air. And then allow for your inhale to flow when it's naturally ready, and count that as well. This is just a general baseline for how to sit in meditation with yourself. Just some key points to remember. To choose a seat that is most easeful, that allows you to lengthen your spine. One that allows you to remain still for a sustainable period of time, whatever that is for you. So comfort is a big aspect. And steadiness. Being able to remain focused, not fall asleep, not lose concentration on what your intention is here. And if you'd like to, place a hand over your heart or both and ask yourself, what is present for me? Continue with the breathing, and if nothing comes, then ask again. What is present? What is the energy that I've been working with? What is the energy that is driving me or nagging me? Is it troublesome? Is it painful? Is it easeful? Is it joyous? Whatever it is, just allow yourself to be with it. And regardless of if nothing comes or if a flood of thoughts and emotions come in, be with them and observe them. We're attempting to come to a place of equanimity with all that is happening outside of us and within us, to find the union of these two worlds. What is going on? What is happening with you in your body and in your mind, in your emotional space? If many things flood in, try to identify just one. If that feels anxiety-inducing, then acknowledge all of them. Create a list in your mind. If you already know, if the one came to you, then sit with it and examine or observe and identify where you feel that in your body. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What is its color and shape, its texture? What are the emotions that come up? Does it have a sheen? Does it have a particular shape or a smell or a taste? Identify, discover, get curious about it. If it's multiple things in your mind, just choose one. You cannot choose wrong. I'm trying to isolate, to observe, to allow space for being. Now deep down in your heart, you have love. You are made of love. You came from love. You will always be loved as you are now, and you will return to love. It is the currency and the energy of life. And all areas of life, not just this physical human form in this dimension. See if you can locate love in your body. Where do you feel love? And it can be anywhere. There's billions of parts to you, all of the atoms and molecules that make you up. It doesn't even have to be a physical space. It can be a sensation or a metaphysical feeling or an aura, an element, a vision, a tingling. Simply identify where it is. And then take that feeling of love and give it, offer it to the previous sensation or thought or feeling or preoccupation. Or if it was very many, give it to all of them. Offer your love to you, to whatever that element of you was at the forefront of your mind or your heart or your feelings. Give it fully and wholly as an offering. No strings attached, no conditions whatsoever. Simply using the love within you to give yourself more love. Acknowledge how you feel, what thoughts are coming into your mind, what sensations are anywhere in your body, and what emotions are present. Now remember your breathing. Observe how your breath has been affected by this thought experiment. What thoughts are coming up for you now? How is your breath? Is it slower, smoother? Is there a cleaner or better transition from the inhale to the exhale and the exhale to the inhale? Is this feeling of breath acknowledgement and observation of your life force energy, your prana, a feeling that you enjoy, a feeling that you wish to repeat? If your answer is yes, then come and watch this video anytime. And also you can just do this exercise anytime. You have it with you now. Trust that it will not leave you. And know that you would like to repeat things that help you to feel good. You are allowed to feel good. You deserve to feel good. It is your birthright to love, as my friend Ellie Chadwick says. To love this body, this incarnation that you are in. This is all you are here to do. To love this amazing, intricate being that you are. Just a gentle reminder to take time for yourself, to do the things that make you feel good, to practice them, to reestablish for yourself that you are doing the things that feel good for you. This is in part similar to affirmations, and a way to reinforce in not only your mind, but in your physical body through feeling and observing your breath, why you choose these things. Reinforcing for ourselves positive behaviors that help us to feel good. I invite you to practice this anytime if it resonates with you as something that makes you feel good. If it's not making you feel good, then stop doing it. You don't have to do anything. Wherever you are, if you would like to, place your hands together at your heart. Bow your head so your fingers are pointing towards your third eye, the space between your eyebrows. Lift your hands and kiss your thumbs. Place that kiss on your third eye, your intuition, your inner knowing, your wisdom, the place where your intuition connects with universal life force energy, all of creation, all of the spirit realms, the angels, the gods and goddesses. What is coming up for you now? What is the intention you have for you? Or simply the good feelings that you have? Release your thumbs, release your hands, open your arms out wide and reach them up. Gaze up towards your fingertips. And then exhale, wrap your arms around yourself, cross one on top of the other. Walk your fingertips back towards your spine. Maybe nuzzle your head in between your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Tell yourself that you love yourself. I love you, Beth. You're amazing. Insert your name here. Yeah? Close out your practice however you'd like. You can take some time touching yourself. Self-massage, rubbing your arms, your hands, your legs, your belly. Thanks guys so much for watching. Also a reminder that I am offering personal self-love classes, sessions. I have a complete self-love ritual that is 5 total sessions. I will put the link below this video. And also I offer our private sessions either in person or online via Zoom, no matter where in the world you are, allowing you to speak your truth to me. Let me know what you're working on and towards, and allow my channeling of energy and my experience with this beautiful yoga practice and meditation as well as years of dealing with past trauma and spinal injury, shoulder injuries, ankle injuries, wrists, knees, you name it. I've been through it. Divorce, separation, these are topics that I have expertise in. I've lived through them. And I would love to help you be able to work with your own energy to heal yourself. That's what I do. So please reach out to me, send me a message, click any of the links on my Facebook, but also on Instagram. I have a link tree link with all of the links to my packages. You can find me on Calendly. The easiest to do is just send me a message if you'd like to learn some practical ways to work with your own energy and hone in on your source for self-love. I really love you. I hope that this simple practice helped you to maybe learn a new tool for tuning into yourself and loving yourself by observing your breath. I'd love to hear if you've been working on a chaturanga, or if you have questions about any particular posture, or practice, or sequence, or meditation, or breath work. These things aren't just like, oh, I do a chaturanga every day and I'm great. They all work together, just like the system of your body works all together with your mind and your emotions, your spirit, your soul. They are not separate, they are interconnected. And you deserve to learn ways to treat yourself holistically as the beautiful, amazing, intricate, detailed human that you are. I love you so much. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you soon. Let's see if anybody has a question. Love you, Christina. Love you, Annie. Aww. Fierny, Ulysses, Anto. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you soon.